I thought St. John's came out and did a really good job at negating what we were trying to do, which was to try to spread them out and keep possession of the ball as we attacked. We didn't help ourselves in that we were a bit sloppy in our play. Our passing was sluggish. Having said that, though, I think it was a good lesson for us. I think session this morning, and we're going to do a little bit of video after this afternoon. I think will be a good learning experience for us as we head on the road to go play nationally ranked Xavier and undefeated Xavier. So it's a great test for us.
I know you don't want to go through what you went through on Saturday in terms of the level of disappointment you guys felt afterwards, but given that your next two matches are going to be against teams at the top of the table, are you almost fired up more, and you feel like the guys will respond more to just some of the things that you feel like aren't there consistently because you're going to be facing two tough teams coming up?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, right? And not only are we on the road, but like you said, both Xavier and Seton Hall are above us on the table. And so I think it gives us something to shoot for, right? We understand that, we're more than halfway through the season now, and as well as we've played this season, there's got to be results coming from our play. And so a little bit like last season where our backs were against the wall, a little bit halfway through the Big East season, we understand that we need to start grinding out some of these results for us to have some success this season.
Does it help having been in this kind of similar situation, like you mentioned, like last year, kind of a backs against the wall approach moving forward?
I think the fact that we are an experienced bunch helps, and like you said, to touch on that we've kind of been through a little bit of a situation like we're going in now last season, and so I think it does. I think at anything that you're doing, if you have a little bit of experience with it, I think you might find yourself on the side of success a little more than if you don't have that experience.
You mentioned the passing being sluggish the other night. How do you show that on film and address that? What has to change in terms of, was it tempo related? Was it accuracy related? What was off about it to you?
I think it was a mixture of a couple things. Number one, again, I thought St. John's plan of defensive attack was very good. Now, when you add maybe our shape is off a little bit, which now makes us unbalanced into where we want to be on the field. When you add maybe a bad first touch or a sluggish pass, it creates a combination that is not wanted by us, right? And so, at the end of the day, I tend to forget these guys are kids. They are also students. It was midterms week, and it just seemed to me that there was a bit of a fog that was going on in regards to our guys. So, hey, St. John's also has students on their team too, so I'm sure they're having to deal with their academics as well. So, on the night, I think it was not a good showing on our part in regards to what standards we hold these guys up to and what standards they hold themselves up to, and I think they're eager to go out and try and rectify it.
What does Xavier present from a challenging standpoint to try to, they're a really tough team to get anything going against. What has to be sharp in order to get a result?
Well, you don't have to go much further than to just look at their schedule and what they've done up to this point, right? Again, they're unbeaten. I think right now they're ranked 12th in the country. I would think that they're probably going to climb that ranking since that weekly ranking comes out tomorrow, and they just had a victory on the weekend against Villanova. So, once you look at that in itself, I think that should give you enough juices to want to go out and produce against a very good Xavier team. But they're very good as a unit. They're committed to defending. They're a physical bunch with some dangerous pieces going forward. And so, we're going to have to make sure that we come out and move the ball quickly, take any opportunities that we have, make sure that we're focused and ready to execute because I don't think it's going to be a match where it's going to be wide open. I think Xavier's going to be committed to defending and disrupting play. So we've got to make sure that we're focused on, I was going to call it the blue zone, which is what we call the attacking third. So we got to make sure we're focused.
After being at home about the whole entire season, I think 4 of the next 6 are on the road. I guess, do you just kind of lean on your experience in these road matches, or what's really the key when you're on the road?
You know, we have been at home quite a bit this season, and at times, you know, it could be human nature to kind of relax a little bit. And so I'm enjoying the fact that we're about to go on the road in this little bit of a quote unquote skid maybe after St. John's, and because we have to be a little bit on the alert, right? We're on the road. We're at somebody else's house. Again, I like the fact that we get to go on the road and it's you against basically the town that you're in, right? And so you really have to lean on one another to go out and play against an opponent that is getting to be at their home stadium, that's sleeping in their own bed, that's, you know, where they're the locals. And so I think our attention should rise, right? As we know that it's going to become more difficult on the road, and so I look forward to it.
Anything further for Coach Torres?
Anything for us?
I'm good.